Donald Trump is the most deserving person on the planet right now to win the Nobel Peace Prize, but they couldn't give it to him. And this is unsurprising. The globalists hate Trump. They gave Obama a peace prize for doing absolutely nothing, so obviously they couldn't give Trump one. It wouldn't be in their character to do it for doing so much. However, the person they did give it to is actually a really fantastic choice, which we're going to talk about. And she just came out and dedicated the award to Donald Trump. Here is what she tweeted. This is María Corina Machado, who is a Venezuelan opposition leader against the Maduro regime. She said, "This recognition of the struggle of all Venezuelans is a boost to conclude our task to conquer freedom. We're on the threshold of victory, and today, more than ever, we count on President Trump, the people of the United States, the peoples of Latin America, and the democratic nations of the world as our principal allies to achieve freedom and democracy. I dedicate this prize to the suffering people of Venezuela and to President Trump for his decisive support of our cause." A huge honor for President Trump. A very smart political move from her, by the way. If you're not familiar with Maria Machado, she has been a consistent opposition leader in Venezuela. She is trying to democratically take out the Maduro regime, who is a socialist dictator. So this is a good thing. She is trying to combat socialism. She's a lot more conservative than Maduro, but everyone is more conservative than Maduro. Not only, by the way, is socialism evil, obviously, it shouldn't exist in the West at all. And so it is in the best interest of the United States to have a more friendly people in Venezuela so that we can actually work with them. And so I think this partnership between Trump and Maria Machado is a very good thing. That's one of the reasons Trump, by the way, has been blowing up Venezuelan cartel boats coming from the Caribbean. This is in response to the Maduro regime and in support of Machado. In any case, I'm a fan of Maria simply because she's acknowledging to the Nobel Peace Prize committee that Trump should have been chosen by dedicating the award to him. That's what she's doing there, and I think that's good. And if you look at it, he really should have won. Here is a video of Trump just 24 hours ago before the award was actually announced saying why he ought to have won it.
I know this, that nobody in history has solved 8 wars in a period of 9 months. And I've stopped 8 wars. So that's never happened before. But they'll have to do what they do. Whatever they do is fine. I know this. I didn't do it for that. I did it because I saved a lot of lives.
So obviously a little cocky in classic Trump fashion, but he's also right. It's one of the main reasons why he was elected. If you look at the polling data from 2024, he is really good on foreign policy generally, and I don't think that this term has been any different. Obviously, the first term was fantastic. I think this one has been going really well so far. Vladimir Putin was at a press interview, was asked if Trump deserved it. Here's what he said.
Сейчас скажу, что я имею в виду. Были случаи, когда комитет этот присуждал Нобелевскую премию мира людям, которые для мира ничего не сделали. И, на мой взгляд, этими решениями они нанесли огромный ущерб авторитету этой премии.
So even Putin is saying that it should have probably gone to Trump. And that's, again, coming from Trump's enemy, someone who is on the other side of these conflicts that he's got between, obviously Ukraine and Russia, and Trump is trying to be the middleman for them. By the way, for context on American presidents winning the prize, 4 have won it so far. I didn't know this before. The 4 that have won it are Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, Jimmy Carter, and of course, Barack Obama. Ironically, I think if you told someone to just choose the worst 4 presidents we've had in the last 120 years, you would definitely have Woodrow Wilson, Jimmy Carter, and Barack Obama on there. No question. I would say the four worst are Woodrow Wilson, Jimmy Carter, Barack Obama, Joe Biden. Teddy Roosevelt, maybe not. If you look up a summary of why those 4 people won, it's pretty funny. It's pretty good. Teddy Roosevelt, 1906 won, and he won for mediating the end of the Russo-Japanese War. Fair enough. If you mediate the end of a war, do you deserve the Nobel Peace Prize? Probably. That's pretty good. Let's look at Woodrow Wilson, 1919. He won for founding the League of Nations after World War I. Okay, did he finish a war? Not really, kind of. The League of Nations is a huge failure. It obviously led to the UN, which is a massive failure. So do I think he deserves it? No, but at least there's something concrete to point to, right? As you'll see, there's a pattern. It just gets more and more nebulous. As we get to Jimmy Carter, who won in 2002, he was awarded after his presidency for decades of work in diplomacy, democracy, and human rights. Okay. I'm still looking for the specificity, but whatever. I mean, at least this was after his presidency. Then you go to Barack Obama, who won in 2009 after he'd been president for about as long, by the way, as Trump has been president this term. And he won for his efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between peoples. So it just gets more and more vague as you go. I seriously dove deep into what Obama, I was really thinking, right? Like, this is a big deal. What did Obama do to deserve this? I dug into it, and all I could find was that one time he gave a speech in Prague saying no one should have nukes. What? Well done, Barack. Nice one. What a mind-bending piece of data that you put out there just to bring peace into the world. That was a revelation. Well done. The reality is, guys, Trump had no major wars start during his first term, and I think his second term, he has been wildly successful. I mean, he's now brokered a peace deal with Israel, all Arab nations, and Hamas. That is massive. That is virtually impossible. That alone should give him the Nobel Peace Prize. And then, of course, he's very close to a deal with Zelensky and Putin as well. By the way, none of the conflicts have anything to do with the U.S. in the first place. So obviously, if the United States is involved in a war, it's like, okay, you ended your own war. Does that really, like, you may have started it. Does that really give you the Nobel Peace Prize? No. But in the case with Trump, he is brokering a deal between Ukraine and Russia that has, again, no direct tie to the United States. And he already made a peace deal now with Israel and Hamas, which definitely has nothing to do with the United States. So, like, whether you like it or not, America is the leader of the free world, and Trump has taken that seriously. And I don't really know what else you want from a Nobel Peace Prize winner. How Barack Obama won and Trump didn't is just beyond me. Clearly a sign of bias. I think that's why there's no credibility with the Nobel Peace Prize anymore. I do think it's awesome that Maria Machado won because she, again, is, I think, a true freedom fighter, and I'm glad that she dedicated it to Trump. I think it was the right thing to do. The progressive left is a cult, guys. They do culty stuff. It's really weird. I talk all about it in my book, A New Cult. Go check it out right now. I talk about a lot of stories I can't talk about because of big tech here, but it's there in the book. Go check it out. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video, everybody. Please like the video so other great patriots like yourselves will see it, and you can tune in every single weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show, or you can watch another video right here.